You might not like this, hell, you might even hate it, but here's how I would rank every single MCU Disney Plus project from worst to best now that I've seen Marvel Zombies. And I'm not gonna hold you, after Marvel Zombies, the MCU Disney Plus project list is starting to look like a CVS receipt. And that's right, I'm talking all of them, so I got you for 3 minutes of playtime. But either way, me and you know what we gotta do, we gotta talk about it because it's my list, I can't miss. I'd like to apologize for reminding you about Secret Invasion. That's on me. I'll be better next time. I wish this would have stayed a secret. Who do you trust? None of the filmmakers that worked on this. Like, how do you fumble the concept of Secret Invasion, bro? It should have been an Avengers movie. It really should have been Captain Marvel 2. The crazy thing is, this show actually had a lot going for it. Look at the talent across the board. We're going back to Winter Soldier vibes. Yeah, my ass. They killed off Maria Hill and Talos for no fucking reason. Them revealing Rhodey to be a Skrull is like Jameis Winston throwing an interception. That shit was telegraphed. The one Avenger you add to Secret Invasion, which is a storyline all about the Avengers secretly being Skrulls. Who the fuck else would it have been? I think this image speaks for itself. I mean, shit, I liked What If more than it. And no, I'm not gonna make the obvious What If joke. I really don't get the amount of hate that Marvel gets for trying to include Captain Carter in every project because in my opinion, they deserve more hate. Infinity Ultron cold though. But I feel like they never really push the limits of what If can actually do. I like Captain Carter, but not when you shove her down my throat. What do you mean by that? I am Groot. I am Groot. Next up, I gotta go with Echo, a show that I really wanted to love, but it just fell flat for me. Don't get me wrong though, it had its moments. The fact that this was the first ever TVMA project for Disney Plus, I don't know if that was a good or bad thing because it really just felt like that SpongeBob meme with the little roller coaster. This is TVMA for real. Some of the action sequences are great. I really love Alaqua Cox as Maya, but again, they just keep doing my dog Kingpin dirty. You embarrassed me in front of all the MCU fans. I did really like how we got to see Daredevil from the perspective of criminals though. That shit's fire. Do that more often. But if I speak about that ending, I'm gonna be in big trouble. Haha, you got me. I like She-Hulk. I don't care. I said it. I don't care. This show is actually fun when you ain't got an insecure bitch in your ear telling you it's bad every 5 seconds. It was a fun, lighthearted little sitcom. And I like the twerking scene. Hell, I loved it. I'll never understand people complaining about women twerking on the timeline. Shit, I prefer it. Plus, the show gave us Captain America. Fuck! From there, I gotta go with Eyes of Wakanda. And it's a project that you know if it has Ryan Coogler's stamp of approval, it's gonna be at least good. And it was exactly that. It was solid. The way it expanded the lore of Wakanda throughout history and weaved it into our own real-life history was insane. Giving us an anthology series of different Wakandan war dogs and how going out into the world affects them coming back to Wakanda was genius. Plus, it gave us another Iron Fist, and the way that it made Killmonger's motivation somewhat justified in an important piece of the MCU's history was just mwah, chef's kiss. Plus, the animation style is so unique and beautiful. Gotta go with Miss Marvel next. 2 words. Iman Vellani as Kamala Khan. But those first 2 episodes genuinely had some of the most creative camera work I've seen in a Disney Plus project. I love the relationship with her family. It's just those 2 middle episodes that didn't quite land for me. Next up, I got the Guardians Holiday Special. It's a Drax and Mantis spinoff with Kevin Bacon and banger Christmas songs. Nothing more needs to be said. Brings us to a show that I was not expecting to like as much as I did. Agatha All Along actually had some banger episodes. These filmmakers were cooking, and obviously because it came from the twisted minds of the WandaVision crew. Definitely had some hocus pocus vibes to it, but what I was not expecting was the emotional core that it had. The filmmakers put a lot of effort into this. There was a lot of horror elements that I thought were incredible. They definitely took a lot of inspiration from Brian De Palma and a little bit of Sam Raimi, which I appreciated. And I mean, all I really gotta say is down the road, down the witch's road. And from there, I gotta go with Ironheart. And you know, Ironheart is actually really good. We ain't got a bitch in your ear telling you it's bad every 5 seconds. A show that I had extremely low expectations for because of the way Marvel marketed it and just dumped it on Disney Plus 3 episodes one week, 3 episodes the next week. So it easily exceeded my expectations. I love the practicality of the suits. It's a nice change of pace from the nanotech. It had a really dope soundtrack. And I think Ironheart might have some of the best, if not the best lighting of the entire MCU Disney Plus shows. Probably this one or Loki. But I like that they had the balls to make her a villain. That ending with Mephisto was elite. I also really like Anthony Ramos as the Hood. I hope he comes back. Because you already know this is planting the seeds for not just Doctor Doom, but Ghost Rider. You gotta go with Werewolf by Night next. I'm a huge fan of the classic Universal horror monster movies. And this gave me something completely different that I was not expecting from the MCU. The practical sets, the practical effects, the score, shout out to Michael Giacchino. But mainly shout out to Teddy because they gave us Man-Thing. Gotta go with your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man next. I know it's easy to say this with hindsight, but this is literally what MCU Spider-Man should have always been. I love the idea of replacing Tony Stark with Norman Osborn and how that relationship flipped. With great power comes great respect. The way they completely subvert expectations with Lonnie Lincoln, thinking he's gonna be the next Flash Thompson, but he ends up being like just a great fucking guy, even a better guy than fucking Peter. And just the way that it weaves into the MCU's history, albeit in a different universe, while also paying so much respect to iconic Spider-Man iconography and expanding his own little ground level world was perfect. And don't you want a neighbor like me? They had my man Scorpion out here moving different. different. I cannot wait to see what they do with the season 2 and 3. From there, we got our newcomer to the list in Marvel Zombies, and it's essentially a big long movie of a what if episode, but it was literally one of the best what if episodes. And the way I like to describe it is that it felt like a nice little appetizer, nice little taste tease for Doomsday, because it gave us more of the characters that we've been craving from. You're gonna introduce all these new characters and just like not show them again for the next 4 years, plus having them interact with each other is genius. It's like what we can expect for Doomsday and Secret Wars. Plus the way this show moves from like iconic MCU location to iconic MCU location, the entire San Francisco scene was like a BVS moment. Get a little bit of Mad Max in there. They go to the raft, which of course is ran by Zemo, but of course they're in the depths of the ocean, so guess what? Talocan comes to attack and Namor. There are so many callbacks, Easter eggs, and references that diehard MCU fans love. Plus, this one's also for the power scalers because we get some fight scenes that we've been hoping and praying we would ever see. And on top of that, they had some surprising ass deaths and they did not hold back the TVMA rating. I really hope we get a season 2 focusing on Bucky. From there, I got Moon Knight, which I gotta be honest, I was a little disappointed with, but I still overall thoroughly enjoyed it. They went way more mystical with it than I thought, but I mean, Oscar Isaac is just eating up the screen time. I love Ethan Hawke as the villain Arthur Harrow. Offing people before they even had a chance to do something bad is insane. Plus the mummy bandage white costume, come on, make calamari, ooh. But from there, I gotta go with Hawkeye. 5 words: Haley Steinfeld and Florence Pugh. First and foremost, I love the holiday Christmas vibe, that snowy aesthetic. Diving deep into Clint Barton's PTSD, him actually being kind of deaf, but they did do Kingpin dirty. From there, I got Daredevil Born Again, because I beat you! Say what you want, but for this being a Frankenstein's monster of a production and being stitched together from a big-ass mess, call me Frankenstein because this is my monster and I love it. If anything, just for the scene between Frank and Matt. That killed that shame. That's my home red. He got life! What about old Foggy? You get life? Cause it means something to me. Absolute cinema red. But that's not to say it was all sunshine and rainbows. Thank God the new creative team came aboard because they massacred my boy Muse. And at the end of the day, bro, it's Charlie Cox as Daredevil, it's Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin, John Bernthal as Punisher, Wilson Bethel as Bullseye. I liked it. Hell, I loved it. And now I can't wait to see the new creative team cook on season 2 because inhale that aura. I love the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think the character development that we get for both Bucky and Sam is top tier. That scene where Bucky's talking to Sam and he's like, if he was wrong about you, he was wrong about me. Chills. Plus Sam Wilson's journey to becoming Captain America, that's my Captain America. Woo! John Walker, one of the most interesting antagonists of all time. When he used the shield to decapitate someone, I was like, yeah. Plus the commentary on how black soldiers are mistreated by their own country that they fought for. I'm about to shed a tear thinking about that Isaiah Bradley scene. Oh, this shit means something to me. And I know, not number 1. I think WandaVision is one of the most creative things the MCU has ever done. The sitcom style was insane. And the grip this show had week to week on the cultural zeitgeist was insane. The discussion, the theories, Mephisto, the drama, the suspense, the emotional damage. The show was a big ass therapy session. Because what is grief if not love persevering? And it also gave us this, oh my God, I'm so grateful. But in first place, for me personally, I gotta go with Loki because it finished one of, if not the greatest character arc in the entire MCU. Loki finally got the validation, the throne that he's been looking for his entire life. Was this show confusing as fuck at times? Yeah, but I don't care because we got the god of stories Loki holding the timelines together like he's fucking Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 holding a train. Come on, what are we talking about? One of the hardest scores in the entire MCU. Probably visually the best looking and best lit MCU movie. A great supporting cast. Owen Wilson, wow. Let that man ride a jet ski. Sylvie, and all I gotta say is for old time. Always. Plus that score, oh my God. But that's why it's number 1. Acknowledge it. Now, a lot of you probably think, where the hell is X-Men 97? Well, it's not MCU canon, so I'm not going to put it on this list. And honestly, if it was on this list, that would be disrespectful to X-Men 97 because it belongs in a league of its own. It's the best thing they've ever put out on Disney+. But that is just how I would rank them. Let me know how you would rank them down in the comments below. And as always, like and follow for more.